society that these men want to be in their family,
the more the demand goes
exactly,
up.
yeah.
The more it's a supply, the less the demand is. So, the supply of attractive men is low. So the demand for them is up. So for every one super attractive guy that's over 6 feet that you somehow are able to find, there's 100 women chasing him. So what I'm telling you is the probability of you getting him to commit to you as a husband are slim. So knowing that this is what it is, that it's slim, you have to actively work to pursue these types of men and find them. They're not going to just come to you all the time,
right,
like you're, confident about. So I just find it funny how like women really don't understand this concept of supply and demand.
No, like that makes sense, but also I'm just leaving it in God's hands too. That's just what I'm doing.
God's hands.
No, I'm not going to go look out for a man. I just need to see how to say.
Could you imagine? I don't care anymore. That's not curious. Could you imagine? I'm a homeless guy. I'm a 7-Eleven. Yeah. Hey, quarter. And then I'm like, every single day though, I'm gonna get it back. To God's hands. To God's hand, but I'm not doing nothing to make more money.
See, this is the issue.
Okay, like you don't have to do that work.
Get that, so,
see, I see what you're doing to help her, but we don't help. You don't want to be saved, don't save her.
Right, man, she's giving her terrible advice.
Sit right into their brain and take it in. Don't they get back to their door? Yeah, girl, he's gonna start this. Anyhow, before you dream, man, believe me something. Stick by your dream, man.
She's happy in her life.
Manifest it. That's like, it's all of them. She's like, calm balance.
She is doing because she's happy.
Bro, women need to have kids and a family to be happy. You guys don't get happy off a career and getting a bag. I promise you, when you get to your 30s and you don't have a man next
Are
to
you
you.
a woman?
Why do I want a kid to be happy?
Why we cannot be happy with the things that we want to do for realize ourselves?
You don't have to be a woman to know how to do things.
Yes, of course. Because if you are not a woman, you cannot say that. I was married. I have a kid. I have a career. I have all that you are saying. I'm pretty happy because I work at me. I'm not happy because I have a man on my side saying, I don't know, you have to supply me. No. And yes, my life is good enough. And multiple options. And I don't know what was the girl that, I don't know, she had you or something.
Raise your hand if you want to find kids.
I have
1, 2, maybe once you find kids on the
at any point in life.
Alright, so if you don't have one, you're not happy. Simple as that. Stop it home.
I have it. Because I decided to get separate. I wasn't going to decide to get separate. And yeah, I have my kid. And the guy couldn't bring me anything.
Good morning. It's a beautiful morning, man. I got Evan in the chat. I love you too, brother. No, it's a beautiful morning for sure. Slept swell. I slept swell. Woke up a couple times, but other than that, slept well. Yeah, I'm about to eat breakfast. My breakfast is push-ups though, I can't lie to you. Push-ups and squats. That's breakfast. That's what we eat for breakfast. Feel me? too far. Athens.
I'll just start these push-ups in a couple minutes. I'm from Rhode Island, just above you. Smallest state in the U.S. Yeah, it's definitely chill over here. Not too much going on. I feel like we're really separated from everybody else. A new day, man. Let me do this. The weather is what, probably like, it's probably gonna reach up to like 70, high 70s. I live in Rhode Island. It's the smallest state over here, East Coast. It's gonna reach up to the high 70s today. Yeah, New York is close. It's like 4 hours away. Yeah, Boston is close as well. Boston's even closer. It's nice out there, huh? Over there in Trinidad. It's always hot over there. I've been to a couple. I've been to Boston, New York. I've been to Maryland. actually. Been to Maine. Not too many though. I want to go. I want to travel more. I haven't been to too many. Been to a couple though. All the ones that are kind of close to me. Haven't been too far. Yeah, once things get rolling, once the ball gets rolling for sure. But you know, you gotta have money in order to travel, right? Can't travel broke. There you go. Nah, I'm gonna be real. I don't cook. I leave that up to the woman. I leave the cooking up to the woman. I'm good off that. Nah, I really be too busy though. You know what I mean? I be having other stuff on my mind. So it's tough. But yeah, I leave that up to the woman. Or, you know, or my chef. We're too busy for that. Two more sets. Fuck. Got one more set.
Simple as that. Stop being a hoe.
I haven't. But you said you were single.
Because I decided to get separated. I was the one that decided to get separated. And yeah, I have my kid, and that I collaborate in everything. And I have a great relationship with him. It's true. And I have a career too.
You cannot be
You have
both.
to.
You're either single or you're together. You cannot be both.
Bro, she's so confused, man.
I'm single. I'm just happy. I said I have a kid
I know.
because she asked me. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we heard you. What I'm saying is, women don't get the same pleasure from having a career and making money as men do. And you don't realize this until it's too late when you're in your 30s and you're no longer in a position to get the men that you wanted in your 20s.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to say. Trust me, like, you saying, oh, well, you're not a woman, so you can't say that. You know how many girls we've brought on the show?
Yeah.
They're in their 30s, that cry in the camera? Like, I didn't find a guy when I was 21. Now I'm 31 and no one wants me.
Yeah.
Like,
oldest.
When you care, it's too late.
that's the problem. Like, and like, we're trying to save you, but you know, you gotta listen to her. Here's the thing: she already got married. She already got a kid.
Yep.
She's already kind of experienced it. You haven't. So that advice is very destructive. You know what I mean? It's just like,
And honestly,
I have a career too before that happened.
honestly, you didn't know because you got a kid now.
yeah, like her ability to get married again now is gonna be tough.
She's super good.
So,
I don't want to be married. I'm trying to get divorced, and I'm pretty happy with that decision.
I
and I'm pretty happy
get
with
that.
myself and with the way I work.
yes, but you gotta understand that these other women haven't been married yet and have a kid.
Okay, but she said that she right now wants to finish her career.
And I'm telling her that's not the best way to go.
No, I'm just trying to finish school. The goal. Okay, listen.
So
I'm
she
just
already
gonna lay it out.
knows about her career.
No, like I like don't want to be a mom. No, but no, I do not like that because I was taking no in the beginning.
Women don't see
You can't make this up.
But
Chris, women don't
She's
want
over here arguing with me to go to school when the whole time she literally wants to do what I said.
that's the end goal. That's the end goal. But right now I'm finishing school.
want how you and that endeavor. I'm saying, be ready now so you can meet it in school. All right, we have it.
Well, I also had that opportunity because I went to school because of you, so that was the original
Right? You just admitted that you want to be a housewife. And I'm literally telling you, you want to be a housewife, do X, Y, Z to become a housewife. And you're looking at me and saying, no, I'm going to go to finish school.
Really, that's what I'm gonna do. Finish school and then start. After I finish school, that will be my focus. Let me say that. That will be my focus to find my man and then eventually get married and then have kids and then be the housewife. That's the goal. But finishing school, building me.
You know, every year that passes by,
Yeah.
you lose more and more value.
Nice.
But ladies, you know your value is like your peak is 18 to 24. Like, you guys know that?
What is she gonna do?
So like you, for example, right? You're past your prime. You're past your prime. You're about to be in your prime. You're how old?
20.
You're past your prime. You're at your prime. So it's like, and look, I know Sarah, that's fucked up. My for you to say that, but this is how men look at things. Like, we want younger, hotter, tighter, less experience.
Okay,
You want older, stronger, more experience. We're not the same.
Okay, what about if you get married with someone that is in the age that you want? I don't know, 25, you say?
Yeah.
Okay. And it happened, I don't know, 10 years or 50 years. This woman, of course, right now is not young. If you want to get separate, you can find another young woman. And what about the eldest woman? If she didn't realize herself, if
This goes back to what I said before. Men rarely leave their wives.
even if she's old,
They don't leave.
if you have money, you always can find with 60 years another girl with 20.
They might cheat, but they're not going to leave. There's a phrase in America. It goes, "It's cheaper to keep her." Why do you think that is? They don't leave. Men don't leave.
I can say that I have a story about a friend that she's young and she's with a guy that have money and he lives in his wife for her because the woman it was like they met in the school. It was the same age. Yeah. And
Okay.
he's right now with my friend.
You know, okay, you do understand that that's rare, right?
No, it's not impossible if that happened.
Yes.
She's so powerful.
It's possible, but it's not
Okay,
probable.
but in your case, you are 15 years old and you are with a girl that. Okay, you right now you met the girl of your dreams that is 25 years old. After 20 years or 25 years, right now you are 50 and your partner has 5 years less than you. You still be a man. You still looking for the younger woman.
Yeah.
So probably at that point, if you have money and you are looking for a younger woman, you will let her, and you will find a woman that you want.
Okay, so
In your case, if
This is
you're
what I mean when I say.
specifically,
This is what I mean when I say women don't have everything. We're not like you.
no. If you're in you, I'm not talking about men. I'm talking about you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna leave my wife. If I have a wife and she gets older, and I go another, I'm still gonna have my wife. I do it right now.
And what happens?
I do it right now. I have a girlfriend right now that I love very much, but I still other.
This is the red flag.
No, she's smart. And you even admitted it before that you know that meant she. So here's the thing. She's smart because she knows. He's with me. These others are stupid. He cares about me. She's smart enough to know how men think. It is what it is, and she knows that she's number one. So she, unlike most females, is able to put her emotions to the side. It might hurt her a little bit, but she gets it. And that's it. And she's smart because I'm with her, I take care of her. She has a great life. We have 2 dogs together. It's great.
And she does what? You want to do us?
Yeah.
Stay at home, right?
I gotta go.
But what is she gonna do when she's not at school?
Let's go.
Yeah.
No.
If she wants to.
She could be in school. We're just saying your end goal of being with a guy, being a stay-at-home wife or a girl, is going to be determined not by your degree, but by who you are and what you're looking for and your standards. Now, if you're speaking, you're not actively doing it right now, you might be able to say, you know what? She already, I'm good. I'm good.
And again, I don't like to use myself as an example because I think anecdotal evidence is stupid.
Life education is supposed to be successful. You're supposed to be either a doctor or a lawyer, IC.
That's what I said. Oh, they're blacker than you, fresh.
Yes.
South Sudan, they're
South Sudan, very dark pigmentation. Beautiful skin. He was a model signed to an agency, making really good money.
He chose you.
No, he chose.
Of course he chose me.
No, sorry. He chose cocaine.
Right.
He chose cocaine.
Yeah, it's sad. It's a sad story.
He said, no, I'll go with cocaine.
It's so sad. It's so sad.
Yeah,
He wanted to make it work, but how do you make it work with a cokehead?
Did you at least try the coke?
Of course not. I would never. I tried to get coke.
But if you had tried it,
It's not gonna make things better. Yeah.
like I really get addicted to stuff.
Okay. So it's good that you know yourself. I guess he didn't know himself. So he still does that.
So probably, he didn't choose a black girl, he chose a white girl.
Oh yeah.
No, he's still single. No one wants to be with him. I'm sorry?
We need to go.
Oh, the color. It's so sad.
Okay, so now that you're single, and the guys in your past, how are you trying to become non-single?
Yeah, so I took a few months to heal. I focused on myself. I lost maybe like 20 pounds and counting, still losing weight. Yeah, I saw someone really comment about the gym. Go to the gym. I'll meet you there. And I box too, so you gotta watch yourself.
Okay.
That's so
Yeah, and
mean.
lift weights. Yeah, so I've been working on myself.
So mentally, physically,
Spiritually as well, praying, meditating, talking about it. Healing, singing rules, all of that.
Why did
So
you choose
just
to lose
recently,
weight after being in a
so
relationship?
I was already working on losing weight when we got together. And he didn't want me to. He loved me at 220.
220.
220, I'm being honest with you. But that's not healthy. I'm 5'6", and it's not healthy, and you don't have to tell me that. I know.
The bigger challenge when you start as a producer What the fuck is happening with Blackboy Max? So he dropped a new song called Thong Song, and he got mad at the response, the reaction from his fans because they didn't like it. I don't think it's a good song. It's not a good song, but he deleted his community on Twitter, and he started crashing out on his stream, like crying, being heated. He hit his camera. Unfortunately, it's a bigger challenge when you start as a producer. You have to now become undeniably big. Niggas ain't playing Hit Boy albums. I love Hit Boy. Niggas is not playing his rap albums. No one wants to hear Hit Boy rap, even though his is pretty decent.
Hit Boy raps.
Hit Boy raps.
The thing too, you still got over 10,000 subscribers on Twitch, bro. You're still getting this money. People still love it.
I think he's also dealing with the internet right now because he's facing a lot of backlash on the internet because he's being accused of gay baiting. Because he's not sexual, but he does a lot of stuff. He just tattooed his rib cage diva. He keeps getting like piercings, like dermal piercings for the hair as well. Over the weekend, he has like this new hair look as well. I don't think he's gay at all. I think it's purposely feeding into what he's trying to become. He's trying to become an artist.
Yeah, he sounds like he looks like he's trying to become Prince.
He's trying to be on some like rock star shit.
Yeah, Playboy Cardi.
You gotta commit to it, bro. You gotta go full fledged. You might have to kiss a nigga on stage.
Now think that to you. Now you gay baited. Now.
It's not about my life happened.
Wait, did you pay him bills?
He didn't pay any bills. He stays with his mom. No bills. No rent. And he didn't understand. Why are you working so hard? Why do you care about your business? He didn't understand. He doesn't pay bills. He doesn't have to pay for food.
Kelsey, bro. I made a band off the tray. I don't feel like.
How's that experience going for you?
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's the fifth day.
Yeah,
I've been going strong. I had to slow down because I knew today was going to be really hectic. So I slowed down a little bit Wednesday, but now I'm back active. I'm getting drunk Sunday through Thursday to Sunday. I'm out.
You said about
His mom is so sweet, but it comes to a point where you can be too nice. And she was too nice. There's no reason why you're almost 30 years old, you can't pay for rent, you can't pay for dates, like she was saying, only in the beginning, but, oh, I don't have any money, oh, my job, oh, blah, blah, blah. And it's so sad.
I said I don't have any money, didn't say my job in the same sentence.
Well, I'm just summarizing. His job is not paying anything.
Well, I always tell people, I say, you can tell when my job and my network has went down because the weight of my woman went up.
My weight was already up.
That's what I'm saying. And his finances was already down.
There you go. So you're saying if he made better finances, my weight would be down.
You ever notice you don't really get to see men who have a lot of money with a women with a lot
of money? They love
weight.
thin men. Or thin women.
There's no sense in doing it. The whole purpose of getting money is to look like I have money. Here are the rewards of doing this. Yeah. You would hate to see that somebody with money, the rewards look like, well, why would I fight that hard and get that?
Exactly, yeah. And so that is why I'm in the process of losing weight. I'm going to attract a wealthier man, I'll say.
There you go.
And I'm working on it,
So
I just started. Thank you so much, girl.
You're so beautiful. You have no clue. If you need a girlfriend,
yes,
I got you. I can make you more wet than these men.
I know you can. Girl. I know you can.
Yeah.
But I'm working on myself. Just recently started dating. And might even still pause it and continue to work on myself.
So proud.
So I will get married. And have kids.
Yeah.
Do you still, to be honest, do you still love him?
I do, but that was one of my first loves. Like I said, 6 or 7 years.
So if he cleans up, would you take him back?
No. I know my worth. I can do better. But even if he cleans up.
But clean up. Remember what you're saying is you're doing better for yourself.
Yes.
Imagine if the guy you got with saw a picture of you at 220 and said, I know my worth. But you're saying you cleaned up, you getting better. Yeah. So if he saw you as a potential mate, he could realize, just like you realize about your body, hey, it's up.
Yeah.
He wants to clean it up. Wouldn't that mean more to you that he thought you were worth bettering himself?
You would think so, yeah, but he's only going to change when he's ready to.
I didn't say he force him. I said if he does the work like you're doing the work, how would you see him?
I would be very proud of him.
Would you take him back?
I would not.
Okay.
So proud.
Thank
so
you.
proud.
Thank
I
you.
saw it. I love you. Because she knows her work. It's hard to find her work. No, because he didn't change. He's gonna do whatever it takes to get that girl back, and then he's gonna go backwards because he's like, I already got her. I know this pimp game. I play.
Exactly. So I got him when I was 19.
Well, by that logic, though, which is why I asked you, why didn't you lose the weight when you were with him?
He didn't want me to.
But wouldn't the guy think if you had the ability at a younger age to get that weight? If I got you at 30, your body makes it easier for you to get that weight now.
No.
Yes,
because I went through abuse. I went through a lot. Valentino, if you're watching, still yourself, because you never made me come. Anyways.
Yeah, what's up?
No, because men, they want you to be insecure. They don't want you to be cute, because if you love yourself, they will feel insecure. They will make sure you feel like nothing. If I ever find you hurting my girlfriend, I promise
What the fuck? Why is it gonna be a booby trap?
I love you. You're so beautiful. No! Anyone touch any of these girls here ever get touched by a man? Call me. I ain't scared of a pig. I ain't
That's why she likes me. She's 19. I'm not into babies. I like, mature people that know how to, they know how to run a business. They know how to do, like her, she has morals. She has fucking respect. She knows her, do whatever she wants in this life. We're all whipped out here. But this girl, and that man with her, tracking your VPN and your IP address.
Alright.
How many? 7 years? And you could not be
Yo,
7 years I had to run my footage.
that's why she's frustrated.
Listen. We had the FBI involved. We had a protection order out of co-ops. My neighbors did. My fucking uncles. You know what? And you know what? So quit.
Alright. Here's the Alright, so
No money involved either. I don't have to buy.
okay, we're gonna move on. Alright, so you have to tell me about this video. How you learn, though? Okay. So, disruption. First single, white single, and
And they disappoint me and they don't know how to rub a clit right. Like, work on it, wash or do something. You pay all these prostitutes, do something. Shoot your finger right. It's not that hard. Do it.
They're probably scared.
I know they're scared because they camera Russians. Because, they're this big in America. You know me? I can make myself faster than Americans. That's the saddest part.
Alright, so
Wait, is it kind of like just Americans that can't make me come?
No, it's just men. Women can make me come. Men,
So it's not
disappoint me.
but
It's not a penis. It's about the, the freakiness. They be like, under,
Trigger.
like, do me, and I'm like, do me first. Make me like wetter. Do something. But these men, they just like this. Do something before I tire up. Not a penis.
What the fuck? Nah, what's up?
Smaller than your
So, alright, so you're saying if you find the right guy, you move to the right church?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless they're into
What's with all the girls pimping? Like, why? She has an ass.
Okay, so if you find the right guy, you move to the right church. Right. What if the right guy comes across and you just said this girl's not acceptable, I'm not going to try?
No, that's fine. Maybe we won't.
No, that's fine. I just find it interesting. Like, I'm sure you've met guys before that you might not like at first, but then they, maybe continue to pursue and then they change your mind.
Yeah.
Well, let's assume that, like, you didn't even give them a chance to change your mind. You heard them again, right?
It's done.
So what I'm trying to say is, like, you're saying, like, hey, it might not be the right guy for you, but, like, you could have been the right guy, but, like, you put him off for, like, the way you produce him up. What's your question?
So why aren't you married? Why aren't you married?
Why am I not married?
Yeah, please tell me. He was.
Well, marriage is not, it's a woman's job to do it. Some guys have to do it.
Oh, that's the one that can be good.
Okay. You never like that.
I got a little bit of expression.
No, I'm just saying, you guys got our favorite talking all my girls. And as a Russian gangster,
As a Russian gangster?
you guys want a hoodie. Like, if you're so cute, why painting your hoodie all the world you are?
You just did it.
What the fuck?
Take it off so I can see your face. You know, what's your fucking dirty sweatshirt? All of it already off.
Anyway, so go back to, so like, those are the guys that really went right, that, you might not want to get a friend and then you take them.
Yeah. Guys have to like wrong.
Yeah, sure. So like, what I'm saying is, I'm sure there might have been guys that you've been able to give a check, like, come on, most accurate assessment of men in the United States was from a bunch of different data sources, the CDC, US Census Bureau, etc. So only about 1% of men meet your metric of what you want. Not married, not obese, 80,000 plus a year, 80,000 a year, and 5 million. So knowing that, you're going to lower standards.
And that was what we were talking about. Weight loss, detox.
Yeah, this doesn't take for anything like if, humor, essentially how he looks. Is he weird? Is he not? 1%. Would you understand if you're planning to qualify 1% of that language?
Yeah, that's perfect. I think I made it pretty broad. You're not noticing.
She's not going to lose this. Okay, good. Since you're not going to lower your standards, and this guy's 1% of the population, knowing how areas, would you still leave her with a chin on it? And have to let her go? It's rare.
That's a tough one I had. I would, because it would affect me mentally.
You would leave?
Yeah.
Would you give up your Instagram and your career and everything else like that? Show this to yourself.
He really is the perfect person I would have.
So he has to meet all of the requirements. Okay. I think you see why you're saying that. Practically speaking, I don't think women understand how rare. Because you guys think, oh, my standards aren't that high. Or you might think your standards are high. Reality is there's way less in men than there is in women. And let's ask ourselves the real question. Why don't we go with 36-year-old, CrossFit girl? You can go get with a 21-year-old CrossFit girl that has less experience, less baggage, might not necessarily be so on there, doesn't have any defense. Like, all the people who are smart enough.
Yeah, if he wants to get that, that's fine. But if he doesn't like me for me, that's
He's not like you.
Wait, so here's the problem. Like, see, if I walked around and said, well, girls don't like me for me, that's like, yeah, I would still not get women. Right? Like, I'm a loser. I'm homeless, or I've got money, or I'm not cares that, or I'm not trying. Like, the market cracks me. Like, I don't get women. I don't get kids. I don't get to women don't want to date. So, like, I have to deal with the concept of that. But I think, like, women are like, I'm not going to change it for you who I am, but you got to accept me. Sorry.
you get men either way. You get men either way. I do not need one that you want.
I'm glad you said that. Now, do you think that that's a problem?
It's a problem.
No, it's a problem that women get men no matter what. Male attention. guys have? You guys are way happy. Okay.
Okay, then let's meet for me.
Because let me see if there's nothing I'll do. Make you guys show up to. I think this is the whole problem. Women's opinions has led to a lot more to we have nowadays, right? The problem is this. Feminism has been around for what, 60, 70, 80 years? Women are more visible now than ever before. You guys thought, oh, we're going to be sexually free. We're going to be able to work. We're going to be able to get education. We're going to be able to earn our own money. What's come from that? Less families, less kids. We're no more miserable. You guys are more anti-divorce medication than ever before. The about it. It's called a lot of women deserve less. And everything else. But I really think you guys deserve even less. But
What would you rate him on, like?
a lot more than y'all. So, a lot more than you guys.
He's funny, y'all. He's just silly. We know that. They do. They don't construct sex. And let me tell you something. In a household,
Whatever you're saying.
that is not the server figuring out what women are paying.
Yes, that's my point. That's why you guys get your retards. And get your lighting.
Not really, because it depends on the situation and what type of money
You used the word realistically 3 times on this podcast after we told you that it is not a word.
What's your point?
Even her.
That's comparing. We don't do that.
That's my point.
There's no comparison at all.
What do you mean there's no comparison?
Stop that. Every woman in this
That's how the world works.
are all strong.
Competition is a real thing. Competition is a real thing.
You know, competition does not exist. You are
Competition does exist.
I can just say, I'm just literally comparing how dumb
She had made an opinion on it.
What is that? What is that? You're right.
But I didn't make up my own words.
She has comprehension issues, and then you have comprehension issues as well. You don't understand that the word realistic is a word. Or, what's it realistic? Conjugation on everything, which that's just not the way that English works. Like, kind of ridiculous, but that's fine. If we told you like 3 times, okay, then realistically, I think it's the way this shoots. I don't fucking know. No, that's not how it is.
Realistically, yeah, it is.
It's realistically.
Y'all trying to troll, but the real key is it's a word. It's a real word. You're trolling.
We don't move on. And just, you know, everything in the world.
Good. He said it. Realistical.
Realistical, yeah, there you go. And then she said materialistical as well.
Check out it.
Yeah, they got it. So, yeah, I mean, everything in the world is comparison. I don't know where when they get this concept that there's no competition, there's competition. It's just competition. Just like everything on earth is competition.
Woman and woman.
Yeah, okay. Like, a matter of fact, going back to the top of the show,
Show me the sign.
what you guys said that I don't like girls because they're jealous, they're catty, etc. You guys do realize it's because women are competitive. That's why they backstab and they do dumb shit, etc. They want your name down.
They want your man.
They want your man, right? A couple of y'all said that. Women are competitive just like men. The thing is that you guys are sneaky with your competition. Versus like us, we're just overt. Hey, I mean, we're winning you. Oh, like with men, it's very demonstrable how we.
Y'all don't waste time.
Yeah, but that's not really what I'm trying to argue here. No. It's very demonstrable with men how we compete. Because men are okay with competition. You guys are not okay with competition. You guys don't want to say dumb shit like she just said. It ain't competition, no comparison. It is actually. You actually do compete. You just don't want to admit it. Women and men both compete in their own ways. Yeah.
He's not referring to like right now.
What do you mean?
She's referring to right now.
But if you're secure,
But if you scrolling, looking at people, you're like, yeah.
Before you speak, think before you speak.
how about you think?
You already started. Okay, if you don't compete, why do you put makeup on and dress up and go outside tonight?
To impress
Who?
the world,
Okay, that's a part of the world.
females.
And who else?
You know why though? Because girls talk like, oh, look how she looks, look at this. But it's because you're right, like it is competition. But it's not because
Well, she's the one that's saying that it's not.
It's not, because if I see another woman,
Well, you don't say what it's
in my mind, I'm gonna be like, damn, she look good. I'm not gonna be saying, oh, wait, do I look better than her?
Right, but you say that when you say that when she looks good, because when she looks bad, you're not saying she looks good.
Every woman on this planet is beautiful. I want to hear that shit.
But that's a lie too. You can have your hair in a knot and like you look your face and I'm
She wants to know you walk in the room, right? There's 10 by virginity. You know what they're gonna say?
probably judge and criticize me because I don't look like them. But do I give a fuck? No.
You just said I was
Okay,
beautiful,
that's that.
and it doesn't matter.
That's that, but that's not my opinion. If I see another woman and she was better than me, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna give her her props.
Generally,
I'm not gonna be jealous and be a hateful asshole. Come on now.
Well, I'm in the room with this fat bitch. They're gonna judge you, right?
So, wait, let me ask you something. What does me being fat have to do with you?
Don't judge.
Worry about yourself.
But they're gonna judge you, right?
Okay, but what do I care?
So that means generally,
He's not asking if you can, he's asking you if it's gonna happen.
I don't care. I'm short, able to talk. I can judge me too. It's what it is. Oh, why you get natural?
He doesn't need, he's saying, is it gonna make it going to happen?
Let me ask you something.
Is it gonna happen or does it just
You're not even thinking about what other people are thinking.
You
Should I
should
walk
care.
in the room? I
You know
don't
what you
give
care?
a fuck. No, I know. If they don't help me sleep at night, they don't pay my bills, they don't do shit for me, so why would I
Emotional damage. But you know, if you look good, you can like get into people and that gets you into things like. So it's not.
It's just like her talking. Stop yapping. Girls, man, everything is a competition, okay? Like, it is what it is. You guys want to sit here and it's not a competition. You guys want makeup on, you guys dress up, etc. You're going out to compete with girls, with other women, who's the prettiest, who can get the best guy. Men and women will compete differently. We compete for resources and status, you guys compete for beauty. Now, if you don't want to admit that or lie to yourself, whatever, that's fine. But we are competing.
Speaking of competition, we have a affiliate program coming up as well.
Yeah.
And the top affiliate will get a ticket to our yacht party.
Yeah.
I believe we have people running right now with affiliates.
Yeah. So you guys got party August 10th, FFR.org. Join the fucking party with us, man. It's gonna be in Fort Lauderdale. We're gonna drop that just for you guys. Get your fucking tickets.
So recap,
It's gonna be the
top affiliate will get a ticket for the yacht party, hands down.
Yeah. Cool. Alright, anything from your chats and then we'll close out. I knew she looked familiar. Oh shit, that's from Alaska. Alaska chick is Tracy Morgan in disguise. Hey, what the fuck? I'm gonna make it connect you, bro. God damn, bro.
Don't mind that. Good.
Her dad was hiding from child support payments. That's why he went to Alaska.
What the fuck?
Well, no, he went with her, right?
Yeah, she was there.
Yeah, she. Walmart House of the Snow Queen. Alright. What else we got? That's it. Alright, get last thoughts from the girls. Oh,
Nate Johnson.
female friendship always reminded me of politics.
Yeah, besides, women that don't cook, clean up your blowjobs are always asking, where are the good men at? Well, I'll tell you where they're at. They're finished eating dinner, relaxing in a clean house, and they're going to get a blowjob.
Alright, anything else? Alright, shit.
You're funny too.
Y'all are funny as shit.
And you're single as shit.
Guess what?
Look, and my thing is, you gotta,
Are you married? You got kids?
Oh shit.
I'm fucking.
Because if you're gonna come for me, you better be married, kids, that have everything.
I don't come on you.
Excuse me. Thank you. Okay.
I come on girls with you. Okay.
Yes or no?
You do understand. You do understand that men and women have different goals, right? How do the tables turn?
Because you're trying to judge me, but where's your ring? Where's your wife? Where's your kids?
He doesn't care.
Men don't care.
That's why they want
He wants success. He wants
they
money.
want to come.
Okay. Are you selective on who you have sex with? You are, right? You control who fucks, right? Okay. I'm selective on who I marry and who I give a relationship to. So just like you're picky on who you fuck, I'm picky on who I commit to. So for you to use the example of, you're not married with kids.
You're not married?
Well, that's not my fuck, that's what I give up. That's my commodity.
To you?
So you can't use that argument.
Bitch, you're going to smoke, man. Holy shit, man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine saying with her, oh, when you good, what are you doing? What you cooking? Bitch, fuck up, man. Like, somebody get there, okay? What's he talking about? How is he talking about?
Rerun it. I was just...
Look, see, it's fine. It's fine.
No, I was even saying
You see how... Yeah, do you see the point though that like you tried to shame me on something that isn't...
shit. Listen, you're gonna do that gaslighting shit because you just said, oh shit, it's like she's single. You threw the jab first and then you can't take it back.
Okay. I didn't say that. However, if we're not gonna... That was just... Well, however, you do understand that you being single is a failure as a female because you're the one that's looking for the relationship. We're the ones that are looking for sex. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Shit, I'm a big ass baby.
Yeah. I agree. That's true.
Is she looking for a relationship?
No, like, come on. Do you know,
All right, let's go back to common sense here. What did we just establish a second ago? Who controls who has sex? You or the man?
Well, you can't. Cause
I'm not asking you. I'm asking you. Who controls who fucks? Men or women?
that sounds real bad. Like,
What?
what do you mean? Who controls who fucks?
Who controls who
Do
fucks?
we not both like?
for real, like, what the
You really? If you mean, we have to go to What do you mean? We have to be cheating. You like that's weird. Like, what do you mean? Who controls who fucks? No, I'm confused on the answer. Period. What do you mean? Who controls who fucks? We both are like together. Yeah, but look, now we talking.
Like, if a man wants to have sex, the woman has to consent.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
That's not what you're saying.
That's what she's saying. I'm trying to say. She's trying to say.
I said, what do you mean? Who controls? Like, nobody controls, because if I didn't say yes, you're not controlling nothing.
If one party needs to consent for it to occur, that means that party controls the dynamic.
So she's women control.
So then we control. So if we decide to he's confused. So are you agreeing with us?
That's true.
Are you agreeing? Yes or no? Like, I'm gonna put a you on you. Yes or no? Are you agreeing with us?
You're a functional retard. Holy shit. Just stop.
I guess.
You're one of the dumbest girls who brought on the show.
I talk the most, so
Yeah, and you're dumb, which is crazy. Talk less and listen more. You'll be smarter. Back to you, okay? We just established that women control sex. Fair? Now who controls relationships?
None.
Okay. So who is the one, since men are the ones that give out relationships, women are the ones that are seeking relationships, right? And since women are the ones that give out sex, men are seeking the sex, right? Each party controls something. Okay? So, with that said, you cannot sit there and tell me you're a loser because you're not married when I'm the one giving out the relationships. That's like me telling you you're a loser because you're not a slut. You look at me like I'm an idiot. If I told you you're a loser because you're not a slut, I'm stupid for that because you're protecting your sexuality because that's your value. I'm protecting my relationship because that's my value. Does that make sense? Okay, so just figure out why you can't sit there and say, don't come at me if you ain't married with kids. That doesn't make sense. I'm not sure I don't care. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you don't see logic. You agree with X, Y, Z, right? And then I'm telling you, okay, this number comes next, and you're like, I don't agree with that. Like, I'm literally A, B, C, what comes next? D, and you're trying to say F comes next. What's the problem with you ladies? You're fucking dumb. Don't understand logically sound arguments that go from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm not telling you, what comes after G? Three? Like, what the fuck, man?
Come on. Please. It's not that serious.
It is that serious. You're a functional idiot. Holy shit, man.
You're a functional idiot.
No, you're a functional idiot. You really are. Like, you seriously need to get your head checked. You don't understand logic. You don't understand rationality. You can't. I don't need therapy. I'm fine. I'm explaining things. I'm explaining things in a very rationally sound way, but you don't understand common sense. I guess common sense is no longer common. Which is invaluable. Dude, just get your fat ass up out of here. Just get the fuck up out of here, bro. Just want to lie here. Just want to lie here.
Yeah, well,
I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. Get up. Get up and get out of here. Get some exercise, man. Fuck the water your ass out of here, man. I'm Ricky around. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Do way more than I do. Get out of here, man. Oh, yeah, okay. You guarantee 200 pounds. Get us, get him. Yeah, got the scale right here, nigga. But she ain't gonna stand there. I know that she won't. Oh, you should get. Fun fact. She ain't no ass. Alright, what about you?
it was entertaining.
God, man. Thank you for coming. You're right. Bitches, I got the most to say, bro. Always. Holy shit. You're hungry, son. It's fucking incredible. You're hungry, son. Hungry hippos out here, man. What about you?
I understand what you guys are trying to like talk about, like, you know, helping guys out. So I think that's cool, you know.
Do you think, like, right now, guys are capable of being real men nowadays? Or is it hard?
I think so.
Yeah. Holy.
You're asking me the same question, or you're asking me
Thoughts on the show last
I
night.
enjoyed it. I thought it was entertaining.
Yo, it's headache for us. Okay.
So what do we?
It was cool.
Are you gonna fuck Chris with the lights on?
Fuck who?
Chris with the lights on?
I'm in a relationship. I don't have sex with anybody but my Fair enough. What about you?
Alright, what about you?
I have fun getting burritos.
It was deserved.
Oh my god.
I mean, sure.
It was deserved. Hopefully you'll read okay.
If you want to commit to me, dating is one thing, but if you want to commit to me, you have to understand that me and you are kind of the same. So, I mean, I'm not saying I'm like a man, but I'm just saying, like,
You just said that.
okay, but you said I'm kind of a man, saying that I have just kind of the same opportunities. I'm not a regular female. So I have more opportunities and more like options than the regular female. So it's just like that's a risk.
I actually disagree with you. I think you have less options than a regular female.
I mean, I'm foreign, so I just feel like I don't think we're just American ways of dating. So I just feel like it's a whole, like my mindset is so broad. You're not the only foreign one.
Let me bring you into reality real quick. You actually have way less options than the average one. I'll tell you what. You have what, $60,000 watch on your wrist, right? So you do understand that the man that qualifies for you because you're successful, you're not entrepreneur, you make money. You understand the man that qualifies for you is like the top 1% only, right?
Yeah, but that's not just in the U.S. I'm talking about worldwide. I'm not just in the U.S.
Yeah, that's cool.
Worldwide. Okay.
That's cool.
Okay.
But you do understand that, like, that since you can only go for the top 1% man, that top 1% man can go for like a regular ass girl.
So
you actually have less options.
No, so can I?
You ain't getting no regular nigga.
You don't know. You don't know what a woman.
You said earlier.
Okay, but
is average.
I understand that, but a woman that has a lot of power, you don't know what she'll do in private. Like if she wants to date somebody and doesn't want nobody to know and wants somebody that's just gonna, fulfill her needs and do what she gotta do, you don't know what she'll do. That's why there are women that empower that will get probably a younger man or a man that's less empowered. I'm not saying that's my option, but I still have that option. I could go that route if I want to.
Will you be true? She's not gonna do it.
Huh?
Will you be truly happy?
I'll be truly happy with doing whatever I want to do.
Bro, look, man, we brought girls on this pod that make a lot of money and are successful and everything else like that. You guys need to understand the more money you make as a woman, the less options you have. The harder it's going to be to find a man that qualifies, that meets your requirements. You, at this point, can only date a top 1%.
Well, maybe I don't want a lot of options. Less is more.
You just said you have a bunch of options a second ago.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, maybe I don't want to just date a regular person, but I still have the option to date a regular man. I can still do that, though.
Yeah,
But you're not
I agree with her.
You don't know that? How do you
I
know?
know you won't.
How do you know?
Because I know female nature and know women are something called hypergamous, which means women typically only date up.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Women go to the ER for the same reason men go to the ER.
I know you ain't talking.
No, listen.
You literally left your man because he was loyal.
No, I left him because he was a liar. He was a liar. He's a 30-year-old man on Snapchat. What the fuck are you doing on Snapchat?
But his social status
That
and
had nothing to
income
do with it.
played into it
Because he was
because
insecure.
okay, but regardless, his deficiency as a man reared its ugly head in other ways and made you lose attraction from it. It all stems from his socioeconomic status. All the problems that you dealt with stemmed from that. So what I'm trying to that proves my point. Like women cannot be with a man that's below them.
I'm looking for a man that I'm not looking for a man that is in a higher tax bracket. I'm looking for another creator, someone who understands my job. That has nothing to do with money.
So here's why I asked this question. When you as men, right, you are very wealthy, successful men who are built this platform. You did a great job. But what happens, I'm not saying that any of us are this, but what happens when you're a Rihanna, a Beyonce, and Nicki Minaj, who who do you date?
You're fucked.
But that's what I mean. But I understand where she's coming from, with the less options. We're all kind of saying the same thing, but it's not being blended properly. So let me help to try to articulate. When you are a woman making a man's salary, you are fucked. Because you have two options. You either succumb to the 1% and the fact that that man has no option to be loyal to you and do whatever you want to do in the dark and be okay with it, or you dip below your means and be okay with him not being able to provide for you the things you provide for yourself. It's really whatever you choose. I think that ultimately, if you're a woman who makes a lot of money, like I know the average black man does not cross over 35K annually, you gotta be okay with that.
Alright, question. So you are speaking facts, but the chat is tired of hearing you talk.
So can I repeat? Oh,
yeah. So just ease up a little bit, okay?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying I made bad stuff. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
So, yeah, super successful women become victims of their success. I talk about this in my book, Why Women Deserve Less. And I talk about this, I said, Beyonce is one of the smartest women, and the reason why is because she tells you the guy, the dream, all the single ladies, I can have another you in a minute, whatever. But when Jay-Z cheated on her, what she do? She ain't fucking go nowhere. You wanna know why? Because Jay-Z can always go get a younger Beyonce that doesn't have to be a singer or a Grammy-nominated artist or a Grammy winner. I don't give a fuck about that. He cheated on her with a bunch of no-name minimums. But she can't find another Jay-Z. So she stayed her ass there, and that was a smart thing to do. Now go back to you. Men, when they become successful, it releases the shackles from them. Doors open. When a woman becomes successful, it puts the shackles on them and doors close. So what I come to realize is when women make more money than the man, when they have nice watches, they have a certain lifestyle, they can't go fucking nowhere. They gotta be with a man that's better. So you're saying I can get with a younger guy or whatever, but are you gonna respect him? Are you gonna be in a relationship where you actually want to be with him? Are you gonna want to be with him long term? Can you actually receive towards his authority? That's just so profound. So what I'm saying is that as a female, if you're gonna be successful, deal with the consequences of being successful. You're gonna have to get a successful man, that's why you're gonna have little bitches.
I feel like I wanted to add to that.
Sure.
So what about like females who are willing to like bring other bitches in their relationship? Like
it's not enough. It's not enough.
He's gonna want other women.
I just feel like a lot of the times, like millionaires, like it's a respect thing. Some of them, like if they find somebody like, okay, this is my lady, I'm in love with her, and she's willing to like, okay, she's willing to sit there and watch me have sex with another girl. She's willing to,
but not every night, though.
Wait 1 second, bring another girl in there. Why would you cheat if I'm willing to either leave it out to have?
He's tired of your.
No, but you're not. You don't even have to be involved.
She's saying she wants to like, well, here's the problem. So, because I've been asked this, I would never do a threesome with a main girl. And the reason why, or even have her watch me have sex with the girl. Because it's gonna fuck her up mentally a lot of the times. If a girl really loves you, unless she like actually likes women, which most women fucking don't.
Exactly. They just do it because, I agree. Yeah.
So I don't think it's even worth it to have her be involved because she's gonna get. Why'd you spin her like that? Why are you saying
emotional? But not every like you said, if the girl is actually into girls. So that's why I said in all, like, remember the question you asked was that if a millionaire, why would you cheat? Like, if I'm willing to, like, I don't think it's considered cheating at that point. If you're okay with it, you're okay with.
I think men should be honest. But most men are not gonna be honest.
Okay, that part, that will be the problem.
They don't talk truth.
It's a lifestyle. Bringing girls into a man, it works in tandem, but not all the time.
Yeah, not all the time. Most girls can't handle it, bro.
Yeah.
Most girls really can't handle it. You really gotta like girls to do that shit. And most women, what I realize is they're bisexual, like, on some bullshit. They don't really like.
They just don't want a nigga to see you, right?
And then not even that, you're not gonna be able to smash her like you want to. Because you right there.
You know what's going on.
Yeah, live your truth, honey. Live your truth.
That's actually very true.
That's very true.
But I just wanted to ask that just to get
and then for you said you want another guy. You want a guy that's an influence. Like, are you okay with him having sex with a girlfriend?
You said no. You specifically said a successful man.
Yeah.
Do you think a successful man would? Is he gonna be faithful? I said no. He's not.
Yeah. Are you okay with that?
That's why I don't care to have a successful man. I don't need him for shit.
Well, but you said you want a guy that's in your realm.
I said I'm not looking for someone who has a bunch of money. I'm looking for someone who's like who I can like connect with immensely over like work, life, for like.
So you want him to be also in entertainment, I guess.
Not in entertainment or like an influencer or just like anything like.
He's gonna cheat too.
Yeah.
But it has something really. Okay, yeah, maybe.
No, maybe he's going to.
How do you figure that?
Because status is by far the strongest attraction trigger for women.
Okay, so
Girls have infos with their man.
well, personally, I feel like every man in the world cheats. Right?
So then, why go from low to high?
Because I don't need a man for money. Don't care about him or his money. I'd rather like collab like on something else in life. I don't need his money for anything. I buy everything I want myself. Like
If all men cheat, and you know this, then why not just get what you like about
I
cheaters?
don't want a man with money. I never wanted one. I have my own.
But I feel like, okay, if you go out to in a relationship and both of y'all have respect for each other, you guys come to an agreement where it's not cheating. And you guys come to an agreement where you'll be like, okay, you know what? I love you, you're my mate, but I still want to do the thing. I don't consider that cheating. I consider cheating lying about it. Yeah, I just feel like if you have an understanding, it's not cheating.
Yeah.
Okay, but most men are not going to have that candid conversation with you because most girls they're going to just do it and try to be safe.
Of course, that most girls don't make a lot of money. So it's just like, once you reach a certain caliber, you gotta think differently. But that's why
I think you should stay if you make a lot of money as a woman. I think you need to stay.
What you mean stay? No, I feel like if you communicate, it's not cheating. I feel like if you're lying about it, it's cheating.
Fair.
If we have an agreement, then it's not cheating.
But
But if you're
okay, let's say you catch him cheating. I still think you should stay as a woman.
Because he chose you to be
like, I feel like
Because you're not gonna like stay
I
confident.
mean, but that's my choice. It's not like I would feel stuck. It just I choose. It's not like I would have a.
You have high standards, right?
Of course.
Okay. You do realize since you have high standards, by definition, it means only a minority of men qualify for you, right?
Of course.
So you understand that since only a minority of men qualify for you, you will not be able to replace the man that cheated on you faster than he will be able to replace you. You understand that?
Well, maybe I'm not trying to replace you.
So you're still.
No, I'm just saying that I'm content with myself. I feel like I know the value that I bring. So if you don't understand my value, that's on you. I understand who I am as a person. So whether I'm single, in a relationship, married, single, I'm still the same person. So it doesn't take or give to my situation.
Okay, so you think I can go out there and replace him?
Yeah. I'm not trying to replace nobody. I feel like as a woman, you're supposed to attract. You're not supposed to chase. You're not supposed to look for anything. Whatever's for you is going to come to you.
Okay, now, in general, that is true. But when you're with a man that's exceptional, you need to make exceptions as a woman. One more time. It's the best advice I'm going to give you guys. Okay? When you're a woman, when you're with a man that's exceptional, you need to make exceptions. And what I mean by that is you need to break certain rules. Because this guy doesn't come around often.
I don't come around often.
You're not as special as the guy is. Today's sponsor is Be Naked. After 30 years, testosterone drops by 2% every year. Yeah, that's right. While you're out here scrolling TikTok, you're basking his packing his bags. But you don't have to be that guy. Step up with Naked Organs. This ain't no soy boy supplement. This is straight up 100% liberty. The stuff men have been using for centuries is sharp, strong, and keep their testosterone sky high. Forget your vegan pea protein, quinoa, whatever.
Stay in shape. Helps with the mental.
Go to BeNaked.com, use code FRESH, you get 15% off. Keep it masculine, check guys. Code word FRESH. BeNaked.com, use code FRESH for 15% off.
Support them, support them.
My rule is he gotta like me more than I like him, so I don't care. I'm not gonna like him more. Like, that's stupid. He has to like me more than I like him.
Interesting. Let me ask this question. Ladies, do you agree with that your guy needs to like you more than you like him?
Yeah.
Raise your hands if you agree with that or you disagree with that. Who agrees with you need to like, excuse me, the guy needs to like you more than you like him. Who agrees with that? All of you? Interesting. Damn. Interesting that you guys say that. Okay. Let me ask you this then. Who's harder to please, men or women?
Woman. Yeah.
Who's harder to please, men or women?
I'd say men.
Who has more standards? Who's pickier?
I don't know. I can say it's sort of good.
Just didn't get a fucking master's degree, man. Come on.
No.
You got a man right now.
All I'm saying is that, from my perspective, women are more nurturing, so they're just going to be more loving in general towards a man. So a man should like a girl more.
Who's pickier? Okay. That's not what I asked. I'm saying who's pickier in general. Like, who has more standards? What about you?
Woman.
You agree with that woman?
Okay. Now who's more likely to end a relationship, men or women?
Women. That's how it's supposed to go.
Fair. So you both agree that women are pickier, and you both agree that women are more likely to end a relationship, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's use some common sense here. If one party is pickier and more likely to end the relationship, shouldn't that person be satisfied more?
Yeah, but it's just like.
Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. So you agree that if one party is hardly satisfied and they're more likely to end the relationship, that means they have a higher level of satisfaction and they need a higher level of satisfaction, correct? Okay. You do realize then that means by definition for the relationship to last off of what you guys just said, the girl needs to like the guy more than you like her.
No.
How did I just paint this logically for you and then you still say no?
It doesn't sound right, that's why.
Thank you.
Hold on. So he said it in a way where it's illogical, but you want to hear it in a different way. All he's saying in a nutshell, do you know what he's saying? He is saying that no matter what happens, right? You meet a guy, you're a girl that is worth something. If he worked his ass off to get to where he's at, he wants to choose you. Why doesn't he choose you over everybody else? How do you stand out?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I don't know
at all. Let me do this. Lady, you literally just explained. You just admitted it. It's harder to please you guys and you're more likely to leave. So therefore, since it's harder to please you and you're more likely to leave, that means you need to be satisfied at a higher level, correct? So since you need to be satisfied at a higher level, that means you need an exceptional guy to keep you around, right? Okay. That man needs to meet a bunch of requirements, right? Be better than you, make more money than you, smarter than you, can teach you some things, more competent, stronger, etc. He has to have a whole bunch of things together, correct? Okay, so for you to be satisfied in that relationship, you need to like him more than he likes you, because you're more likely to fucking leave. Common sense.
I understand what you're saying.
Ladies, this is like use of your critical thinking skills. If you're more likely to leave a situation, that means that you need to be satisfied at a higher level. So for you to be satisfied at a higher level, that means the man. Needs to be more liked than you like him, because that's the only way that you'll stay in said relationship.
I think that men are more likely to check out emotionally and physically, but stay in a relationship than women. Women will just like actually leave the relationship, like in my personal opinion.
We're not emotional. That's the point. It's like we don't.
I just think that
and that's what I'm trying to say.
To step out.
You guys need that emotional stimuli, and that comes from you liking the man more than he likes you. You guys need that bullshit. We don't. We can be like, you know what? She's not how she used to be, but she's a good girl. Fuck it, I'm just gonna make it work. Yeah, that's what it is. But like, you guys need to feel like, you need the, the romance and all. Okay, so why do you think? Oh, the diamonds are a girl's best friend. Every kiss begins with kiss. Like, why the fuck do you think this stupidity exists? Because women need this emotional stimuli from the man at all times. Because that's what keeps you guys engaged. That's what keeps you guys attractive. So you need to feel like, oh my God, my guy is attractive. Like, and I want to be with him. Here, I'll give you guys another example. Me and him going to a nightclub, right? And we see a girl that's attractive. I see her, I'm like, damn, I like her. I'm gonna go up to her and talk to her. I'm just gonna do it because that's what I want to do. I find her cute, that's what matters. Women don't work like that. You guys are in the club, you're with your girlfriends. You see a guy, oh, he's kind of cute. But then you're gonna talk with your friends. Then you go talk with him. Maybe you'll have a conversation. Then you'll go to the bathroom, gossip about it, talk about it. Oh, what do you think? And how you view that man is going to be heavily dictated by what your friends say. Versus men, we don't need to check with each other if we like a girl. You guys do. And this is why you mentioned before you go to a dating party, right?
Yeah.
Why'd you go to a dating party?
I was invited.
But why'd you go?
Well, because in the entertainment business, we're going to do studio vibes and stuff. So that's what I want.
Okay. Would it be fair to say that he has a lot of status, and there's a lot of attractive women there, a lot of social proof, you can network, and there's certain opportunities there?
Absolutely.
Okay. But if you showed up at a Diddy party, there was a bunch of niggas there, though, you probably might not feel the same way, right?
No.
Okay. So women are attracted to status, and men that can get other girls. Right? But men are not attracted to women that can get other men. You already know beauty's applied. Like you already kind of know if a girl's hot. We don't need to see another dude hitting on our girl to know our girl is valuable. But you guys need to see other women looking at your men to know that your man is valuable. See the difference?
Sure.
Who's more lit at the club? The guy in the section with 10 girls or the guy sitting by himself at the bar?
10.
Okay, now let's flip it around. Who's hotter fresh? The girl sitting at the bar by herself or the bitch in the fucking section with 20 dudes?
You see 20 dudes are very
See the difference? We don't need the opposite. We don't need our gender to go.
So let me see. Let me see. 20 dudes are by herself.
So I say all that to bring to my thesis, which you have masters, I hope you do, right? That women need to like men a lot more than a man likes her for the relationship to last long term. What you guys are saying, you need to like me more. It'll never work. It'll never fucking work because then the man has less value than you if he needs to like you more than you like him. And a relationship will never ever fucking work if the woman has more value than the man. It doesn't work that way. The man must always have more value than the woman. By far. It's the only way it works. You guys want a leader. For me to be a leader, I need to be superior to you. Make sense? Anybody?
Shout to one to one.
If you disagree, I'll turn it to anybody that disagrees with me.
I just felt like, you know, when you start liking a man more, he just take that for advantage. Like, that's when he go cheating, or that's when he go, you know, it's like, damn, you just throw it in my face. And then I feel like, yeah, I'm probably am prideful.
Like, you feel like he got you wrapped around your finger and all that part.
But I mean, I wouldn't mind if
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had like a Mercedes or a BMW, one of these like German cars or a foreign? Okay. If you go and buy, let's say Lamborghini, right? And the fucking cup holder breaks. Costs about $5,000 to fix that cup holder. Right? Like it's a fast car, nice car, looks great when you drive it, everyone is looking, people are jealous of you, etc. But the maintenance is expensive, right? That's what it's like being with a guy that's a fucking winner. If you want to be a winner, you gotta pay the price of being with a winner. That means he has the leverage, other women want him, other women want that car, so to speak. But you gotta pay the cost to be the boss in this case.
it's just not really a lot of security in that situation. Like,
I mean, if you got the ring and you're married and you're his main chick,
well, yeah, if that's that point. But if we're just talking and we're trying to get to that point or whatever, how would you know? If I'm like, I'm calling your phone more than you do, how am I supposed to know?
Well, you don't. That's the risk.
But I'm scared to take that risk because I don't want, oh yeah, this bitch is going. She like, I don't know. I'm just very
I mean, you should know what guys want in girls. Like, the more you aim towards that, then the guy will like you. If you're going naggy, then you're like, I don't care, nigga. Then that's what guys don't want. Guys
want submissiveness.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up and, you know.
I just think I value, like, morality over just someone with love or, like...
So guys, quick word from our sponsor, real fast. You know we don't mess around when it comes to leveling up, and that goes for your coffee too. If you're still drinking that sugary shit, you're already starting the morning off wrong. 1775 Coffee's protein creamer is what real men use to start their day. 10 grams of whey protein per serving, designed to build muscle and boost metabolism. Most people are tossing whey protein into their coffee, but we took it a step further and made a creamer with whey protein already built in, no added sugar, just protein. They just dropped this protein creamer along with a whole new lineup in addition to the classic original for depth.
I'd rather date someone...
Is your man emotional? But you still want both though.
So many if I had to choose, I'd
be broke.
Yeah, I'd pick that.
Is your man broke?
No. But he has morals.
So you prefer both?
Are we picking one or the other, or if anyone would pick both?
I'm just saying because if you just put as morals only, there's many guys that are homeless that have morals.
I'd rather do morals all day, because if the world ends tomorrow, I need someone who's going to be there with me.
You know something that's literally amazing about women when I talk to you guys? It's something that it's like a fucking, every time I listen to you guys talking, I'm like, holy shit, again. When you guys describe the man that you want, right? Or like you describe a trait about that guy, you describe like one obscure random thing that you want in your guy. Like your example, morals. Another guy might say, he can draw. Or he's interesting. More, right? What?
I don't believe it. How's that obscure?
Okay, explain why.
Because what you're doing is you're like cherry picking one trait that you want in your guy, but like you're assuming you're attracted to the guy. I'll explain what I mean by this. So women tend to look at the finish line, but you guys don't see the whole fucking race. You guys kind of just look at the end product and you're like, this is what I want, but you don't see what it took to get to that end product. You guys just want the finished product. So here's over here saying, I want a guy that has morals. Trust me, there's plenty of fucking nice guys downstairs right fucking now that have morals. Great guys, awesome. But guess what? They're not attractive, they're not charming, they're weird. They might have a tick like this when they talk. So it's not really morals that you're attracted to. That's just a component of a man that you're attracted to. But I love it how women try to sit there and make it as if that's the premier thing that they're focused on when they're looking for men. It's a fucking lie. I want a nice guy. No, you want a nice guy that also happens to have money, be attractive, be over 6 feet tall, and is charming. And you guys always forget to fucking show us the disclaimer.
I choose morals over someone who's attractive. Like someone who has morals and not as attractive, I choose them.
Okay, well, attractive. There's a bunch of different things that go into the play. But what I'm saying is that, like, you're picking morality when that's not the end-all, be-all. That's just a component to what you're attracted to.
It's important, but yeah, it's important, but it's fun.
And I've noticed that, like, girls are so big on, like, giving, like, these random attraction triggers that they find interesting that are, like, politically correct. I want a guy that's moral. I want a guy that's nice. But, like, the reality is you also want a dude that can, like, fucking grab you by the hair and tell you that you're a slut. So it's like,
I just feel like I've dated both ends, and I preferred the guy that was less attractive but more moral. Like, that's what like, I'd rather do that than the guy who's attractive, who is a high value man, got the money, has a six-pack, has the status. Like, I wasn't as happy there. That was like not good over there.
Yeah, but that guy was able to, like, you know, date you and hang out with you, right?
Yeah.
I did both.
Yeah. So why? So now you're saying you're okay with nice guys, right?
Yeah. Now I've matured and I've.
And your standards went up, right? And your standards went up since then.
As far as how I'm being treated, yeah.
Yeah. So you demand more now.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So let me get this straight. So you want more, you demand more. When that guy comes into the play, he's got to work harder than the bad boy that had you 3 years prior.
No.
You just said you demand more than him.
In that aspect, I'm not demanding more in physicality and finances.
Yeah, but you're still demanding more.
You're still demanding more, though. Is my point.
I mean,
so he's got to work harder.
No, he doesn't have to work harder. It's like naturally how he is.
Because you demanded, that's why.
I'm not demanding more of him. That's like the baseline.
Your standards went up.
No, my standards were how they were supposed to be the entire time. I was accepting less than what I should have the entire time.
Yeah, we know. So by definition, your standards changed. Yeah. They went up.
Yes, but
you're accepting less, and your standards went up.
I'm not asking like something over like.
Yeah, but regardless, your standards went up. That's my point. Whether it's normal or not is irrelevant. What I'm trying to stress here is that there's a disparity. Your standards were here. You rise it up and down order, and your standards went up. Right? So, what I'm telling you is, why did the bad boy have to have half the requirements? Now this nice guy comes in and he has to have morality and all this other shit too.
That's why I ended up being smoking because.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, but
it didn't work out.
But he still hit though.
Yeah, but he still hit though.
Yeah, he still hit though. Earlier.
Okay.
That's the truth. Yeah. See, he always. It's like. No, but I'm trying to explain to you that thing. Like you're basically telling me like, oh, I got a G-Wagon. This nigga paid $100K. 5 years later, you gotta pay $200K. That's how men look at women. That's how men look at women, though. Like you got older, odometer went up, but I gotta pay more as well.
No, the price went up before you know you're 30 going high.
Like I'm just telling y'all, like this is how men think. This is how we genuinely think. So it's like now I gotta do more work for this girl because now she understands her value after these bad boys ran through her. Like what the fuck? This is
not you, but most
not you, but I mean in general. Like, because a lot of girls do this. They increase their standards as they age.
Yeah.
Right? Like now, look, she was okay with having a dude that had a kid before. Maybe it was just 29 when she met him.
Yeah.
Now she's 30, she ain't accepting that no more.
Yeah.
So her standards went up, but her values went down. No offense. But that's how men look at women.
That's what you're saying.
I still want to get a guy that likes me more.
That's fine. This is an objective fact that as women age, they lose value.
And this is a fact too.
From a
You
dating
get a man
perspective.
that likes you more, because now you're gonna be getting this and you don't want you back. So you get a guy that's completely in love with you more. So then you're gonna get this, because he's gonna be so obsessed with you, girl.
But women don't do well when their guys obsessing over them.
I know, so we have to choose better. We gotta stop choosing.
And especially the guy
And
you want is not gonna want to date you though. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
the guy that I want will date me.
So your past choices were good or bad? Bad. Come on.
It's in between. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Come on, man. It wasn't good either.
Feels like I mean, John 21, like how stupid? I don't know.
Here's the problem, right? So like, here's the thing. Is it easy for you to attract men? What about you?
No. Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
Easy for y'all to attract men, right? So would it be fair to say that it's not valuable when guys just go after you and stare at you all the time? You're beautiful. Is it so common?
Yeah, that's weird. Yes.
Now, is it less common to meet a guy that like you actually like? Oh shit, he's not like putting me on a pedestal and shit. Rare.
Yeah.
Stands out.
Yeah.
Probably maybe one
Maybe
or
maybe one
to five guys in their lifetime have done that where they didn't put you on a pedestal, right?
Yeah. I like a little chase.
A little chase.
I don't like that.
Scooby-Doo.
See, here's the thing. There's a difference between men and women, right? A guy will go through his entire life, never get a gift from a woman, never be told he's handsome, never be told he's great, never be told he's awesome or anything. Never gets anything reaffirming from women, right? The woman, on the other hand, will go through your life. You're pretty, you're bad, oh my God, I want to buy you a sexual, I want to fly you up, blah, blah. You guys don't respect generosity from men because you guys get it so much.
Us,
on the other hand, we respect generosity from women. Give a guy a fucking gift, he will never forget you.
Never.
Give him a compliment, he will never forget you, right? So here's why you guys, your little thing that you guys are saying, oh, he needs to like me more, it doesn't work. Because women don't know how to behave when they're when they're treated like a princess or pedestalized. Because you guys get it all the time, so you guys don't appreciate it. But on the other hand, if a woman was a guy, she treats him well, treats him like a king, he ain't going nowhere, because we never get it. So if you find a girl that actually gives you gifts, treats you well, etc. I'm not saying gifts, but I'm saying like men don't forget shit like that. So we actually treasure it, right? My girlfriend gave me a bunch of gifts. I have them all saved still. She writes me notes, all that shit I have saved. Because as a man, you might not get that shit until you become older. Yeah, but women on the other hand, you guys get it all the fucking time. So you guys don't know how to act or behave when a man puts you on a pedestal. That's why it's always got to be the other way around. The girl's got to chase you more. Because we know how to act when we're being adored. When you guys are being adored, you guys act like shit.
Fact.